Are you here to watch 270 gameplay, commentary, and watch me play multiplayer? Then you've come to the right place. This is Brendan Borman, and it's time for another 270 video. I'll play as Bush 2004, taking on Pete Buttigieg, Hillary Clinton, and Donald Trump 2024. Good luck to my opponents. We have a well-balanced game, 2 Republicans and 2 Democrats. Vice presidents will shake the candidates up a little bit with Pete and with Donald Trump. However, we are going to start off in the Old South, and we're also going to one pip up in gun lobby just to give us a little bit of leeway should we have any clashes. I chose not to go classic Old South. I'm going to go with the other combination that's exactly 125. I'm double pipping Georgia in case of conflict, and that was a good thing because both Donald Trump and Pete Buttigieg went into Georgia clashing on the first pip. They go back down to 0, and so we probably could go for Old South on this turn, but instead we're going to open up in Alabama and Arkansas, and we're going to complete our gun lobby bonus, putting Georgia to the 3rd pip and Maryland up to the 2nd pip. What that allows us to do is have a clear path on the next turn. Now, I could defend in Georgia. I don't think I have to, and so I'm going to risk it. I'm going to just go up in Mississippi, South Carolina, and Maryland. I have $149,000, and then I do think evangelicals could be open. It could be a clash with Donald Trump, who might opt to go for Texas. He does have big conservative. He's finishing off on this turn. We do clash in evangelicals, and so that does slow him down. I am a bit worried about Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton now has access to both California and New York. That will only give her the high-tech bonus as Town and Gown is no longer in California. We're going to enter into North Carolina, get into Virginia, as well as Florida for access to the swing states, as well as working toward the African-American bonus. Pete Buttigieg goes up in women's movement. That's another $54,000. And now Hillary Clinton has a path where she can possibly get Latino if she adds on to Illinois in the form of a New Mexico, Colorado, a Nevada, or Arizona. We are going to spread our wings out into the swing states. This might be a little bit risky, but that's okay. I don't mind a clash. It gives us definitely some options. We are not facing anything so far, and Donald Trump 2024 takes over New York. Is that foreshadowing? Could Donald Trump actually win New York in the general election this fall? I don't think so, but just like Democrats like to talk about states that are red, maybe flipping blue like a North Carolina, I have heard several different podcasters talking about the many people leaving New York and just the possibility that Donald Trump could win New York. I don't see it. I think that would be amazing, not just on the fact it would make his path to 270 so much easier, but something as ironic as him getting fined in New York, this ridiculous amount of fine, and then it had to be reduced today down to $175 million in the appeals court. But that's neither here nor there. We are defending Louisiana with our Old South money because that could be used in Texas. We decided to go into Texas. I was actually anticipating a potential clash, but because we did not have a clash, now we can go up in New Mexico, Colorado, Wyoming, and then lock Louisiana to guarantee that we are going to get that oil and gas bonus. We have Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton occupying New York. They're going up a little bit at a time, and now we have Pete Buttigieg making his play in California. He does have to spend quite a bit, but he does secure the high-tech bonus, which will net him $130,000 every turn of high-tech money. He also has a really good foundation in Pennsylvania and in Michigan. Michigan is spent up pretty heavily. He has Washington, and so if we do steal Virginia, it would not take away his high-tech money. Plus, now he's expanding in high-tech by going to the 4th pip in New Hampshire. He's also going up in Massachusetts. And there goes Hillary Clinton. So Hillary Clinton has dropped out of this race, making it a 3-team race. Likely Donald Trump will probably be the next one eliminated because he had to spend so much money in New York. He could come after me. I don't see him really coming after Pete. California is too far gone. We're also already there. He does lock and steal Georgia, which now goes to Donald Trump. That will take away nothing from us because we just have, no, we do have, let's see here. We didn't have swing because we weren't up in Florida yet. Let's go up in Florida and Wisconsin and Arizona. I could have double pipped into Iowa, which might have given me swing, although I would have needed both Nevada and probably Virginia. We do have a clash in Virginia as the ag bonus is secured. We have quite a bit of oil and gas money, $247,000. We could use that in Texas for defense. California is likely gone. I can just use it to secure some EVs if I'm ever pressured, maybe in a Colorado or a New Mexico. And so turn number 12 is going to be a zero spin for Donald Trump. We have Pete, who is spending $228,000. He's unable to prevent us from getting that Latino bonus. Now we can lock Arizona. I'm going to go up to the third pip in New Jersey. I can't lock everything, so let's go ahead and lock my oil and gas contested states. Nevada, I'm going to leave at the ninth pip. I still have $180,000 of oil I didn't spend. I have $67,000 of ag I did not touch, as well as a little bit more Old South. Again, now Donald Trump drops out, so now I can go after Pete in Virginia. It's likely that he does lock Virginia, so I'll just go a little bit past him. I can enter into New York. It's okay if he double pips. We can go ahead and single pip, and that will also make the game go a little bit longer. So I don't really care what happens in New York. I'm going up in some of my ag states as well as pressuring into Kansas. I think I pretty much have access across the board. We have 372 electors. Now I can lock Virginia, which was not defended by Pete. He probably just assumed it was good or decided to lock something else with his high-tech money. We are going to the fourth pip in as many states as possible, including one pip defenses in Iowa and Minnesota. I'm going to skip as Pete does lock Connecticut, and we are finally at a ballot round. I can now lock Virginia again, as Pete did not spend. I probably don't have to go up in Florida, but I'm going to. I'm going up in Washington as well as Massachusetts. I can go up in North Dakota, Montana. I have so much oil. I have Latino and AA. Where to put it? I could have put it in New York. I ran out of time. I was going to say more than likely, Pete was probably going to zero spend anyway. He spent $472, but nowhere yet. So I'm guessing he spent $300 in New York and then a little bit elsewhere. So yeah, I lose those 28 electors. It's going to flip a couple bonuses, but since it is the ballot round, does not have any major consequences. Washington flips back over to George W. Bush, which gives us a grand total of 365. That's right. We are going to win this matchup against Pete, 365 to 173. That's a GG. Well played. And we are not done. We're going to play one more in honor of it being Easter week. Let's play as the Easter egg, taking on Biden 2020. Now, Easter egg is a balanced candidate, as is Biden 2020. Has small bonuses across the board. His are mostly 10%, so we do have a little bit of an advantage, actually, with it being 15%. But because those bonuses aren't super huge, I can't really overchase the bonuses. I kind of have to pivot. Also, though, I like taking away my opponent's strongest bonus. And so it looks like, are we going to clash in the Old South? We do a little bit. So Virginia, North Carolina, and Georgia, we have a clash. Biden is able to get one pip into Michigan as well as Florida. And now I can complete my... No, I was not in national groups, so I went into national groups. I can put some pressure on in Florida. We're going to state chase just a little bit. So Biden is creeping up one pip at a time. We're going to get our gun lobby. And maybe I can also enter into South Carolina and Maryland, which will give us access, or at least the appeal or the appearance that we could go after the Old South. Maybe a hit him with this, go the other way. So Louisiana, Georgia is really the key state here. If we get Maryland and South Carolina, that would be a grand total of $130,000 of spent, which is more than $125 needed for the bonus. It looks like Biden does go up to the third pip in Georgia, so we will steal that, and we will get the Old South bonus. We have a clash in Pennsylvania, and we have 2 bonuses to his 0. We are now going to chase him some more in swing states, as well as some attempted steals in both Virginia and in Michigan. These moves will help prevent the bonus, although he does steal and lock Georgia. Michigan is stolen, as is Virginia. So no bonuses to either player. I'm now going to steal North Carolina and defend Virginia just a hair, as well as going up in Alabama. Michigan is stolen to the 8th pip, North Carolina to the 5th pip. So that prevents the bonus yet again. Virginia, we're not messing around anymore. We're going to lock it. And then we are going to go up in both Michigan and North Carolina, although that'd be a lot of money to spend in Michigan and not have it be successful. So let's just go up in North Carolina. Maybe we can have a 1-pip clash. We can roll it over. Arizona to the 2nd pip. North Carolina to the 8th pip. Okay. So we have Virginia locked cleanly. We have 114 to 55. There is the swing state bonus. So it's likely that he locks Michigan and North Carolina here. Are we in Florida yet? Yes, we are. Let's actually low spend. Let's see what he does. He goes up to the 3rd pip in Arizona. There's the lock of North Carolina. He is expanding into Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, and Nevada. So he's not going full-blown defense. We could low spend and try to 3-corner him with Texas, California, and New York. Or we could continue this rock'em sock'em in the Old South and swing states. We're going to go 0 spend one more time. It looks like that Biden is just going to the 4th pip in Arizona, 4th pip in Louisiana, and 3rd pip in Nevada, New Hampshire, 3rd pip in Wisconsin. So he will obviously keep the swing state bonus because we didn't spend. We now have $1 million to his $380,000. I can now take Florida. Let's 1-pip him in a couple risky spots, including Michigan. At the last second, we're going to do Wisconsin just as a bonus in case we don't get Arizona. Arizona is stolen, and so Maryland is his choice where he spends his money, $280,000. We are able to steal everything successfully except for Wisconsin, but with Virginia, we are able to get the swing state bonus with Pennsylvania, with Arizona, Michigan, and Florida. I can go up the minimum number here and just play defense in Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Florida. He does go after and lock Maryland. He did steal Arizona, and his 3rd pip will tie us in South Carolina. Of course, we're going to lock Michigan until the cows come home. And so 60, 120, 180, 240, 300. He has a little bit of Old South money. He does not have enough to go past us. He's going to creep up in Florida, as well as go for an attempted steal in Michigan, which is unsuccessful. He does steal South Carolina, but we can just keep locking Michigan. Now, Florida, he does have a swing state bonus, so we need to go up a little bit. 60, 120, 180, 240. This should be good here for Pennsylvania. And we can kind of delay on getting some more of those swing states. We do have a $280,000 spin from Biden, includes creeping up in Pennsylvania. He did also clash in Michigan. That Michigan clash is going to cost him $90,000 every single turn, which we have our bonus, which we can eat $45,000 from our swing state and have all that pure cash. Plus, we do have all of the national groups. So to make it a little bit fun, we are going to go up in some national groups right now. I don't have to do this, but all this free cash equity has allowed it to where we can go up in women's movement, youth vote, and in evangelicals. I'm also going to go up in big conservative and labor environment just for the hay. It's not a good financial investment at this point, unless I can really make this drag out for a substantial number of turns. Louisiana is locked. But sometimes it's not about playing the best. It's about having fun with it and making each opportunity unique and fun. Otherwise, the game can get a little bit stale if you have the same strategy every single time. But again, we are not going to give up Pennsylvania. We're going to keep locking it. And we're also going to go up in national groups, which leaves us $127,000 after we spend a big conservative, which we can roll over to labor environment on turn number 17, which is insane. We have no one in Texas, no one in California, or in New York. We also have a player who knows what they're doing going into national groups on turn number 17. What is crazy with this? We're going to go up in Illinois, Tennessee, Alabama, and Mississippi, try to prevent that African-American bonus, and complete labor and environment to give us more cash on turn number 17 as Joe Biden finally enters into New York. 166 electors for Biden. We only have 92, but we're not worried about it. We're going to lock Alabama and Mississippi, as well as spend some cash in D.C., Delaware, and Tennessee. We're going to leave Illinois alone. I do think that there's a chance Biden spins in New York and Illinois, although he did go for Alabama, which was unsuccessful. All of our other steals should work. Mississippi, he went for it all the way. We have a 10-pip clash. There's his 150 spin in New York. And so we are not going to get AA, but we are really, really close. Let's go for South Carolina with Illinois this time. We're going to go up by 1 pip in Delaware and D.C. We're going to save our $345,000 of swing state money. We can pretty much lock a lot of the swing states if we wanted to. Flipping Illinois will give us $114,000 of African American. Now I can get into Arkansas and really just lock down Mississippi, force him to spend that Old South money. I'm going to pressure into New York. I still have money I can use to defend in Florida. Let's just lock it. I'm not even sure that he could actually spend that much. I think he can get to the 9th pip and not the 10th pip, but why have that as a clash? I guess if he goes for it. He did not go for it. California and Texas. Let's just enter into all these states. It's turn number 21. Again, I could make this drag out and get my money's worth for my national groups, or I can just pretty much win the game right now. So let's do that. See if I can get into every state. Did I miss anything? I missed Colorado. Oops. I even had 19,000. I could have spent 1 pip in Colorado. That would have been crazy. We have a forfeit. Joe Biden drops out. And happy Easter, ladies and gentlemen. We've got about another week or so before the holiday, but playing as Easter egg, it's always a fun time. Not a great looking candidate, but a fun time. Until next time, have a good day.